Yeah, so hello YouTube. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for subscribing. That was really a surprise. The amount of subscribers I got from the last video, that was awesome. I knew that it would probably get a decent amount of views because it was a hair tutorial, but it was really cool to see a lot of you subscribed. And if you didn't from the last video, welcome. I wanted to stick with the old school theme and do a 50 Things in My Room video, which if you've never, maybe some of you might know what that is. And if you don't, it's where you show 50 random things that you have in your bedroom. And I wanted to spice it up a little bit to make it more modern. So I decided to do some confessions on top of it. I don't think I have 50, and I only have 13 minutes of like footage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. These aren't in particular order, but I sat down and like wrote a list. So, confession number 1, I do not trust. That is the confession. Confession number 2, I genuinely believe in otherworldly and glitch in the matrix situations. Confession number 3, in my life I have been with very few people and I prefer it that way. Confession number 4, I gave up music at like 14 and I really regret it because it was kind of cringe, especially if you weren't good at it, to do music or be in a band. Like, if you were just some cringy 12-year-old kids trying to learn how to make music, a lot of kids made fun of you. So, I practiced for like 2 years and I just got so sick of not being good at it and getting made fun of. And like, I had some embarrassing situations because, when you're a kid and your parents try to get you to do public things in things that you're interested in, like sports or music, it was not a good time. So I had a little bit of an issue with music for a while, but I wish it didn't take me like 15 years to get back into. That would have been nice. Confession number 5. 6. 5. I disappeared from most of my peers' lives because I didn't want to be hurt. That was dark times. Confession number 6. I have depression and anxiety. See the last confession. Confession number 7. I don't care if nostalgia is bad for me. It makes me happy, so I make it my entire personality. I find the most joy in nostalgia. It makes me feel good, makes me feel like I'm healing past trauma. Anything nostalgic, super great, but I try to keep it at a healthy level and not pretend like I'm living in back in the day. I don't know. Does that make sense? Confession number 8. I am not very organized. Confession number 9. I love cats, but I hate being responsible for them. Confession number 10. I don't like movies. Confession number 11. I genuinely do not understand hate comments, death threats. They scare me that humans can act like that because they're hiding behind a screen, and I really genuinely don't understand why people want to talk to each other like that. But that's just me. Confession number 12. I think everything I make is absolute trash unless I don't see it for an extended amount of time. Then, if I come back to it, it seems kind of okay. Confession number 13. Sometimes I wish I could obsess over things so I didn't feel like I was wasting all my time. Confession number 14. I feel like I'm always wasting all my time. Confession number 15. I'm afraid I'm sick, but I'm also afraid of doctors. Confession number 16. I'm learning to be more positive about things in general. Confession number 17. I don't know how to drive and it makes me feel trapped. People always tell me it's as easy as just learning to, but it's not, especially when you have mental health issues that make you fear that your anxieties will cause danger to other people. So it's not as simple as that, but I do want to learn, and hopefully I do really soon, actually. Confession number 18. I listen to the same songs over and over to an obnoxious amount to where I feel embarrassed about it. Confession number 19. I'm very mean, but only to myself. That's the rule. Confession number 20. I actually don't like being lazy. And I know a lot of people, they would probably call that executive dysfunction because you hate being lazy. But for me personally, I like to take a little bit of accountability to it because I can, in fact, get up and do the things that I want to do. And I do make myself get up, especially more often lately. But I am still very lazy and I still do let that get the best of me. It is 4:54 in the morning while I'm recording this because I edited the video, but I didn't upload it or do what I needed to do and start the recording because I've been procrastinating. So, yeah, confession number 21. I'm both more confident and more insecure since I lost weight about my body. You know, I have spoken about this before, I think. I made a video in the past about losing weight, and it's a touchy subject, so I never posted the video about it, and I'm still on the fence about making a video about it because it's a touchy subject, and I don't want anyone to ever feel any kind of way. I have no opinion about other people's bodies. I like to keep it very neutral. I think all bodies are beautiful. That was just my personal experience with it, but it's a rocky, it's touchy, so I'm a little bit scared of that topic. I might not. It depends on how comfortable I get. Number 22, confession 22. I'm also insecure about my teeth, and I'm going to leave it at that. Please don't comment about them or it'll make me cry, okay? Confession 23. When I was a teen, I used to steal clothes and stuff all the time. I stopped because I was so scared, and now the thought makes me literally nauseous. I don't know how I did it. I was usually by myself, and I stole all the time from like Walmart and shit. I could never do that in a million years now. Never. Number 24, confession 24. I like to collect garbage from the beach. You may have already, or you may not have seen my crab claw. He's not garbage, he's wonderful. And my little bottle of mystery chemicals that look like they're supposed to be injected. I took those from the beach. I love going to the beach, and then a lot of times I barely spend any time in the water, even though I love the water. I'm like hunched over like a shrimp picking garbage up off of the beach, and I have to be careful. I leave the rest that I collect outside. About like beach glass, things like that. I always bring them home. I found so many cool things, and I wish I had a metal detector because I would totally metal detect and find all the cool things on the beach. I just love it. I want a garden full of beach crap that I have found. Confession 25. Cute and kawaii things make me happier than most things, and I think they would for most people. Like, for example, the aesthetic of Japan culture where they have everything is like cutified, kawaiified, even like branding on anything from planes to water. It has like cute little logos and stuff like that. I think we're really missing an opportunity with that, and it makes me sad every day that we don't do that more. Confession 26. I don't paint anymore, and it makes me really sad. I just don't have any time between making YouTube videos, learning music, learning to play guitar, personal shit, and everything like that. It's like the last thing on the list, and I might again obviously someday because I love painting, but it's really hard to sit down and do when I don't have any time for that. It's like the last thing, and it doesn't happen anymore. Always running out of time. Confession 27. Oftentimes, I wonder what it would be like to be completely alone in a new place and if I could handle it because I'm not the most mentally stable and I'm dependent on those around me to help me um, exist in life. So I always wonder, like, what if I disappeared and just started a new life somewhere? Would I even be able to do it? Would I be able to handle it? Would I be able to figure out how to make money, where to go, how to get housing? Like, I genuinely don't know. And that sounds really sad, but that's the reality for some people. So, yeah, I think about it a lot and I ponder on it. Confession 20 is a spicy one. I used to be a jealous girl and I hated it. Yeah, I was just pretty bad. I keep saying that word. It's just with mental health issues and insecurities come a need for validation and jealousy in other women that is insanely toxic. And as I grow, I try to move beyond that. I do still have my jealous moments, and I'm not the crazy girl that would like smash your Xbox, but there are all levels, and toxicity is a spectrum. So I definitely have tried to grow and to move beyond that as I've gotten older, because it's not worth it. And if someone's trying to make you jealous on purpose, then that's bullshit. But don't let jealousy get the best of you guys, because it is dangerous. I don't know how much time I have, so confession 29. I was the closeted emo girl with a crush on her best friend, like every year for like 4 years. Number 30, I'm stupid and I wrote movies bore me. They're too long and I have a really short attention span for those kinds of things. So I need to be doing something at least while I'm watching the movie. Please let me do something. Confession 31. I used to collect beer caps, lids, and trash at parties and put them on necklaces because I thought it made me cool and I thought it made me unique. And I was like, don't throw your beer tab away. Give it to me. I want to put it on my necklace, because I was just an obnoxious little fucking scene bitch. Confession 32. I often in my life have thought if I tried hard enough, I could travel back in time. And that's super cringe, and I still wish I could. Confession 33. Cancel culture is toxic. People should be held accountable for. Oh god, I lost my place. People should be held accountable, but I feel like it's gone off the rails, and I don't really want to get too much more into it than that. But there are so many ways to cancel people, and it just seems so ineffective anymore, and people get so angry and so much violence and rage flies around about it, and then nothing gets done. It's just kind of crazy, but I'm gonna move away from that. Confession number 34. I'm insanely naive and it has gotten me in trouble. Confession 35. For example, I was in a manipulative and emotionally abusive relationship for a year and a half, and I still have trauma from it. Isn't that fun? If you couldn't tell. Confession 36. I stopped dyeing my hair because I'm lazy, but also it's the only thing people would ever say about me, and it kind of sucked when the only thing people would say is, hey, I like your hair. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. Confession 37. I hate humanity but have a drive to be kind and loving. It's really confusing. Confession 38. I have barely anything from my youth and it makes me question its existence. Confession 39. I've had a near-death experience and it made me change my mind about religion. Confession 40. I have a sentient memory from age 1. And I don't know how much time I have. I think I'm running out, so confession 41 is, as a teen, I spent most of my free nights passed out in someone's house or garage with 20 other people, kids. Then we'd walk around most of the next day, and I wanted to die because it was miserable. So that's the end of my confessions. That's the end of my 50 things. I hope I have enough footage. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you subscribe. I hope you come back. I hope this was a hint of nostalgia for a video you might have seen like 12 years ago. And I love you, YouTube. And I will see you very soon. I have so many ideas posted on my wall right now. So if you want to see it, stick around. Check out my other stuff. I'm not good at promoting, but I love you, YouTube. Bye.